Good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 11th, and it is a bank holiday today. It's Veterans Day, so thank you to all those veterans that served and to the current military that's serving to help protect our country. But the markets are open today. I think the bond market is closed, so I don't expect a lot of follow through, but there could be a little movement. I'm actually anticipating some downside movement today, as I don't think that there's going to be a lot of support to help any push. But let's go over, see if there's any earnings right now. I don't think there's much to happen right now. Today after the close, Beyond Meat, nothing else. Tomorrow, Cisco. I don't think anything is left for there. We're pretty much like 91% done with earnings season right now. So I think things are going to start to balance out. We are closer to the government shutdown ending. I think it could end as early as tonight or tomorrow. But then I still think there's going to be a mess to clean up after that. So let's get into our broader markets. ES, start there. So yesterday I said that I liked, as long as we were over this 68, 12, 25, I liked upside, but I said that we could get heavy up at this 68, 57, 75. We did try to break above it a little bit, but as you can see, it failed. And now pre-market, we are failing that level right now and working our way back down to this 68, 12, 25. I'd like to see us hold that level in order to continue to get upside. If we lose that level, I think that we test yesterday's lows at 67.92, 73. And if we lose yesterday's lows, I like this support level to fill this tiny little gap also from yesterday morning between 67.56.50 and 67.72 before we can pull back and get some upside. But again, if we look at this on a 4-hour chart, that's how you get a good idea of where we're at. You could see still upward trend. Nothing's broken yet. I did say at the beginning of the month, I anticipated choppiness for the first couple of weeks in November. And then I'm anticipating some good push back towards all-time highs. So I would not be surprised to get a little pullback to create a little liquidity grab before we can push higher. And as long as we maintain these levels down here, if we do get a significant pullback down here at 66.90.75, if that happens, I think the structure will still be intact. So we'll still be okay there for the upside. So let's get into the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, same thing. NASDAQ, I do have this level here at 25,570.75. I'd like to see that hold in order to continue to get some more upside. If we lose that, same thing as pretty much the ES. I think we try to make an attempt to yesterday's lows, 25,452. And then if we lose yesterday's lows, I think we try to touch the previous all-time high set back October 8th at 25,394. And then again, if we lose that level, I think we can fill this tiny little gap down here between 25,201 and a quarter to 25,269. Upside, if we do get upside, I would anticipate us, if we did get a pretty big push, couple hundred points higher, I would expect some resistance up here at 25,887.81. I would be shocked if we get that on a day when there's a bank holiday, but you can never be too shocked with what the market shows you. So, but the same thing, if we scan out, look at the 4-hour chart, you can see trending still up, nothing broken yet. Tried to break it down here on last week on Friday, regained it over the weekend based on the talks of the government shutdown. almost ending. So that's the catalyst that we need. I think we need it to end. And then I think once it ends, I think we're going to need some economic data to show that we are going in a positive, that the economy is going in a positive direction and inflation is getting intact. Let's get into Tesla. Tesla yesterday I was bullish. I made the call to the T. I struggled a little bit on the morning, but my call yesterday morning was I was bullish, and I was looking for pullback longs to fill this tiny little gap that we had over the weekend and then push higher. And so my timing, I made money yesterday. I made about 1,300 on some trades, and I'll start posting some of those trades that people have been telling me in order to get more traction on the videos. I have to start posting my profit and loss. I'm uncomfortable doing that. I think that it's kind of gimmicky, but I guess I didn't set the rules, so I guess if you can't beat them, you got to join them. So I'll start posting some of those profit and losses and showing my entries and my losses. When I make money, so like for example, yesterday I made, I think, $1,375, right? I didn't make every trade I made, they were not winners. So like for example, my bias yesterday was pullback longs, but the market at the beginning of the day, if you look at the open, we could look at a 1-minute chart on the open yesterday. That was the first minute. So I actually got long on the first minute of the opening bell yesterday, and then the market turned on me, and I ended up taking a couple losses because I got long, came down here, I got out, then the market wicked here, I got long again, and then I stopped out right here, and then I took a breather. And then when the market came back down and did exactly what I said in pre-market analysis, came down to this level, didn't quite fill the gap though. I then got long here, and then I took a trade on the opening 5-minute opening range trade too that closed my day, and I'll go over it from there. So anyways, one thing I keep forgetting, please smash that like button. We got to grow the channel. And then if you subscribe, hit that bell down below. Subscribe to the channel. You'll get future notifications on all videos that I'm going to make in the future. So, but let's go over my view on Tesla for today. Tesla, my view today on Tesla, I'm a little bearish on Tesla today with a combination of the bank holiday and still a little tiny gap down here from yesterday's open that did not quite get filled. We still have, I would say, maybe a few more dollars that it could technically close at 432. So if you could see right here, we didn't quite close it all the way. So the low got down to 433.36, and to close it completely, you needed another $1. So it's possible we could get a little pullback down there today at some point. The markets are selling off right now, so it would go with my bias this morning of a little bearish. Let's see here. So we did try to push yesterday, but you could see there was really no follow through. We had a nice little push about 10 o'clock, and then at about 10 o'clock it started giving away. You could see the sellers started coming in around 10 o'clock, and then it continued the rest of the day, and then the buyers lost steam. And so, right now, until we can get above this 452 level, same level I've been speaking about, we're going to be trading. It looks like we're trading in this zone here. Clean it up here. This between this 449.77 and unfortunately it's 415.83 zone. You could even say we could tighten it up, this 430.07 zone here. So right now we're right on this mid-range of this regressional trend line here at 441-ish. And I actually have that right there. So at 441.46 today, I do not want to be long unless we are above that 441.46. It's an October 17th weekly high. And then you have some other highs that are coming into play right here. I do think that we should get some downside, but I'm not thinking long unless we're above here, but we could be range bound today. So I wouldn't mind a little pop on the open to sell it short. That's my bias going in into today. And then maybe we could pay attention to some of these point of control levels. So right here, this potentially could be an open level down here at this 429 level that we could potentially hit. Let me make that yellow. Tesla also had some bad numbers that came out today in China, but regarding their cars. But I just think that as the years go by on Tesla, they're becoming less and less of a car manufacturer and more of a software company and leaning more towards robotics in the future. So I don't necessarily think that those numbers impact things like they used to. They still do. It's still the biggest part of their revenue. So we do have to pay attention to that. Let's get into yesterday's 5-minute opening range. So yesterday was a little tricky. Like I said, I got long and I was not patient, and but I did find my rhythm and figured it out. So what I was talking about was this first 5-minute wick. You could see this thing wicking up. I got long right away, and then this thing came all the way down. I was not comfortable taking this downside trade. You could see that the range of the 5-minute opening range yesterday was 435.50 on the low side to 443.38 on the high side, about an $8 range. We did once we broke it on the low side, 435.50. You know, you could have gotten $1.20. To me, that risk reward wasn't there, especially when I had a long bias on the day and I was looking bullish. So once we bounced off of that, I did not take this trade on the short side. Like I said, I did take a little scalp though once it hit this and I saw a wick, and it was not necessarily my 5-minute opening range trade. And then when we got up here, I did not take the trade on the initial break. I didn't take the trade on this one either because we had the 20-day SMA level sitting there, which kind of concerned me a little bit. That would have been a decent trade. However, that level kind of concerned me. So once we broke the 443.38 level, you could have gotten, how high was that? You could have gotten $2 out of that move. But to me, I was a little worried about how it was going to react at 20-day SMA. So actually, when I did take that trade, I took the trade at about 10 o'clock. You see how this 5-minute closed above the 20-day SMA. That gave me comfort to take this trade. Even though we did have a little drawdown in the next candle, I was comfortable. We closed above this 20-day SMA. You could have taken it right here also, but there was just something about the time of the trade. I didn't like it. It was on the 9:30 hour, and I didn't take that trade. You could have made money on that trade too, but this is where I ended up taking that trade. And then I wrote it up and I took it and I made about $3 on that trade, and my trade was over for the day. So let's go over what I think for today and the levels that I think we should be concerned with today. So we're now below yesterday's close. We're below the 20-day SMA. So I am not thinking long until we are above those levels. And like I said, even this level right here, this 441.46, right now my bias is hoping the market pops. And then I'm looking to take shorts, which is going to be, the way I take my shorts, I don't sell short the stock, I buy puts. So I'll show you the strike prices that I'm going to take today. So the strike prices that I have on my weekly expirations, I'm going to have the 430 puts, which expire on Friday, and I'm going to have the 450 calls, which of course expire on Friday. The 430 puts, they close at 425, and right now we are about $4 lower, so I expect this premium to be be higher, probably by a couple dollars, may open up in the $6 range. And then this premium on the 450 calls close at $8.05. And because we're currently lower right now, that premium could open up at about $6 as well. However, we still have about 45 minutes till the market opens. So this, we could end up, I've seen it before where, just like I said yesterday, where we're trading right here, by the time the market opens, we could be opening up right where it closed yesterday, especially with the holidays coming into play. Anyways, again, please like this video and subscribe to the channel and click the more button to join the Discord channel, as I will be trading in there, live trading from 8:15 a.m. Central Time to 10 o'clock Central Time. There's a lot of value in there because not only do I go over the 5-minute opening range trade, I go over different levels on where I take my trades as well, and there are more advanced trades that I have in my trade book. Again, please share this video, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. If I don't see you in the trading room, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great trading day. And again, thank you to all the veterans out there. Have a great day.